Today's lesson is functions of one variable. Derivatives. Definition. F right at x 0 right is defined by limit x tends to x0, numerator f of x minus f of x0, and denominator x minus x0. Definition. Okay. And now geometry. Meaning. Geometric meaning of derivative. We consider a function y equals f of x. This graph the curve C curve. Y x, we take the point M0 origin and another point on the curve M. Consider M0 origin and another point M on the curve. M0, x0 and f of x0, f and m x f of x. Okay, you consider 2 points on the curve, m0 origin and m another one. Now we consider a straight line containing m0 and m. Straight line. Okay. We have HM algebra. HM equals fx minus fx0. HM algebra. Okay. Algebra means HM positive, HM from the bottom to the top, and negative if we have HM. Okay, and M0H algebra. M0H equals here. When x tends to x0, x tends to x0, we have m move on the curve to m0. M tends to m0. When x tends to x0, we have the point m tends on the curve to m0. So, limit as x tends to x0, m tends to m0. M0 as algebra positive if we have from the left to the right, and negative if from the right to the left. Okay? HM positive, negative, okay, and M0 as algebra positive, negative, okay. Now we call the tangent function. We call the tangent function. We have tangent of alpha here. Equals opposite over adjacent, opposite of alpha here, HM, opposite. And M0 as adjacent of alpha. Okay, so this fraction equals tangent of alpha. Limit m tends to m0. Limit m tends to m0. Tangent of alpha. Opposite over adjacent means tangent of alpha over this angle. Okay. Now when m tends on the curve to m0, we have M0m is called the secant M0m, and D is called the tangent to the curve at M0, the tangent to the curve at M0. Okay. The limit equals tangent alpha tends to alpha 0. So f prime at x0 is the slope of slope means tangent of the tangent to the curve at m0. Okay, f prime at x0 is the slope. Slope means tangent of the tangent to the curve at m0. This is geometric meaning of the derivative. Now let's consider some example. Draw K equals 1. K tangent. Here origin point M0, K opposite over adjacent. Okay, 1 means 1 over 1, opposite 1, adjacent 1. We start with M0, origin point 1, adjacent plus 1, and opposite plus 1. Okay, and we have the angle K1. Okay, K tangent equals opposite over adjacent. Now number 2, K equals minus 2. Minus 2 equals minus 2 over 1. We start from M0 and adjacent 1. From left to the right, 1. And minus from the top to the bottom, minus 2. And we have this angle K equals minus 2. Okay, tangent equals opposite over adjacent, opposite adjacent. Now consider some basic derivatives formulas. C constant prime equals 0. Okay. C times F prime equals C F prime. C constant. U plus or minus V prime. U prime plus or minus V prime. Okay. U V prime. U prime V plus U V prime. and u over v prime. U prime v minus u v prime over v square. Now we contact u v w z x y contain x. Okay. U v w z y contains x. A, B, C does not contain x. Okay. U, V, W, Z, Y contain x. U, V here. Now power function x, power alpha. Alpha similar to A is a constant, x a variable. Prime equals alpha x power alpha minus 1. Alpha constant. And 1 over x minus 1 over x square. Square root of x 1 over 2 square root of x. Okay. We contact alpha similar to A is a number constant. And exponential e power x equals prime equals e power x exponential function. Exponential function. E is a special number in mathematics. 2.7182 ... and a power x we call that a is a number constant. This is an exponential function with the base a, not e. A x log a, natural log of a. We call that log, natural log to the base a. Here e, natural log base e. Okay. Natural log of x prime equals 1 over x log to the base e. One over x natural log of a of the base. Okay. Basic derivative. sin of x prime equals cos x sin sinus function. Cos of x prime equals minus sin of x. Tangent of x prime equals 1 over cos square of x, and cotangent of x prime equals minus 1 over sin square of x. Trigonometry functions. For trigonometric functions. Now consider some examples. Find y prime. Number 1, y equals 2 over 3 4 radical of x. Fine. Okay. 2 over 3 times 4 derivative. Sorry, 4 radical of x power 5. Now we rewrite this function in the form 2 over 3 s from the denominator to numerator. Okay, and power root. This is very important formula. From the denominator to numerator here, negative, and power here, and radical here. Okay. So rewrite 2 over 3 x denominator to numerator minus power here 5 and radical here 4. This formula very important. So y prime, this is a number, a constant times rewrite constant c constant f function c rewrite f prime. Okay, f we use the formula x power a number prime number x alpha minus 1. Okay, here alpha minus 5 over 4 x minus 5 over 4 minus 1, this formula. And we have minus, 2 minus 10, 12, or 5, 6, okay, and minus 5 over 4 minus 1 equals minus 9 over 4. Minus means we move x to the denominator. X, okay, and power here, power 9, and radical here. Okay, this formula minus move to the numerator to denominator, delete negative sign. Now number 2, y equals 3 times 2 power x minus 4 tangent of x plus 6 square root of x. Okay. Here we use the formula U plus V and U minus V. Okay, plus, plus, minus, minus. 3 y prime 3 times a power x natural log of 2 natural log of 8, the base, minus 4 prime of derivative of tangent function 1 over cos square and plus 6 derivative of square root 1 over 2 square root of x. Okay, we have to choose correct formula. C F minus C F plus C F. Number 3, y log means log to the base 10. Okay, to the base 10 of x plus 4 cos x derivative of y prime 1 over x natural log of x, no sorry, of the base 10 log to the base a prime equals 1 over x here and natural log of base 8 here. 4 times derivative of cos is minus c. Okay, we have to choose the correct formula. Okay, CF F plus or minus V U plus or minus V. Okay, exponential functions, power function, and logarithmic function. Number 4. Y equals 3 sin x over x power 3 minus 2x. Here, the final operations is divide. So we use the formula U over V over prime U prime V minus U V prime over V square. The final operation is the formula Y prime equals 3 CF 3 right 3, and here yield, and here V. Okay, U prime cos V x power 3 minus 2x U prime V minus U V prime 3x squared minus 2 over V here power 2. Recall that the final operation is the formula U over V. Number 5. Y equals square root of x times 2 e power x minus natural log of x. Natural log means log to the base e. Special number in mathematics. Okay. The final operation here. Final. So we use the formula U V prime. U prime V plus U V prime. Okay. So we have Y prime, U here, V here, U prime, 1 over 2 square root of x V plus U V prime, U here, V prime 2 e power x minus 1 over natural log of x. Okay, the problem is we have to choose correct formula and we apply. Now, chain rule y is a function of yield. We call that yield. VW means a function which contains x. Y is a function of yield, and yield is a function of x. This is called composite function, function of function. Now we have chain rule. Y prime of x equals y prime of yield times yield prime of x. Chain rule. Y yield x. Chain rule. Y yield x. For example, find derivative of y, where number 1, y equals 2x power 3 minus 4x power 5. Okay, we compute y from inner function, ours, inner function, ours. We compute y from inner function, ours, 1 and 2. But we take the derivatives from outer function, inwards. Okay, so y prime outer function power 5, power 5. Here, this is u, outer function u power 5. 5 u remains power 4. Okay, 5 u 4, and inwards u, here u 6x squared minus 4. Okay, we calculate y from inner function outwards, but we take derivatives from outer functions inwards. Okay, we compute y from inner function outwards first, then second, but we take derivatives from outer functions inwards. Okay, chain rule. Number 2. Sin power 5 of x, we compute y. First operations, inner function, then power 5. Now we check derivatives from outer function here. U here. Find yield 4. Then inwards 5 yield 4 times cos of x. Okay, we compute y from the inner function outwards, but we take derivatives from outer functions inward. Outer function inward. Number 3, y equals natural log of natural log of natural log of x. Log to the base e, special number in mathematics. Now, if we want to compute y, first we do this operation, then this operation, then this operation from inner function outwards, inner outward. Now we check derivatives from outer function here. We use the formula 1 over u not x natural log of natural log of e equals 1 over, okay, times inwards here 1 over yield times inwards here 1 over yield times 1 over x. Okay, final. 3 functions from outer functions inwards. Now number 4, y equals 2 power 3 power 4 power 5 power x. Here we use the formula a power x right equals a power x natural log of a. But function of function a power u not x u equals a power x u times u prime. Outer function inwards first, second. Outer function inwards. Okay, outer function, if we want to calculate y, we do first, second, third, fourth. inner function outwards, but we check derivatives outer function here, outer. 2 our yield 3, 4, 5 x natural log of 2 inwards here 3 our yield 4, 5 x natural log of 3 and inwards here 4 our yield natural log of 4 and final here 5 power x natural log of 5. Okay, we calculate y from inner function outwards, but we take derivatives from outer function inwards. Now, y sin of x over 2 power square root of x. This is function of function. Function of function. Okay. But the final operation is division. So we use the formula u over v. We have u prime v u prime v minus u v prime. Okay, u prime v minus u v prime over v square, v here square. And now we have function of function. We take derivative from outer function. Cos u rewrite inward cos x. Okay, first, second. Remain 2 power minus sin of x outer function here 2 power u natural log of 2 and inwards here 1 over 2 square root of x over 2 square root of x square. Now, that's all for today. Thank you.